all through your stereo. Get you through any scenario. So bump this in your headset. You ain't even gotta take a drug test. Footwork, but I'ma go. Footwork, but I'ma go.
So Jenna,
You know, I love. Excuse me.
get it together. It's still early.
I love doing this. What is this portion segment? What is this?
Like having guests, like the bonus.
What is it? The bonus episodes. I love, doing this because it gets the spotlight, show us in a different manner, not just being professional ratchet people.
Right, for
So
sure.
I love it. And I'm super excited about this guest that we about to have on here.
Yes.
I'm here for it. I love and my Black women help other Black women and men succeed in life. So I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
It's positioning for me.
It's all about the positioning for me.
Having Black people in position to help other Black people get in position. You feel me?
Period.
So I met her, maybe like 2016, 17, I think. We collabed with Jasmine Fort, which we had her on
last year.
Was it last year or the year before last? I think it was 2019.
Dang, the years just running together.
The pandemic is like a blur, so it kind of like throws the years off. But anyway, we did a dope event together, and she's been like this dope spirit. And she also has a podcast. We gotta find out if she still has a podcast so we can like promote her. Promote her podcast
for
sure. But she is basically she specializes in helping ambitious but discouraged job hunters develop an effective job search strategy. It has recruiting robots, secure job interviews, and get hired.
Yes, it's the robots.
It's the robots for me. Can you? Okay, Kevonna.
We've been talking about these robots taking over. We've been talking about it. So
right.
I'm here for it.
So go ahead, introduce yourself. I hope
right, because you already did.
I know. I hope I did a little just
a little justice.
You definitely did. Thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to be here and to finally be on this amazing podcast because I have to tell you, it is extremely entertaining. Very entertaining. I mean, literally, employees' thoughts. Y'all let it be known, right? It's just like this is how we really feel about going into y'all's workplace. Okay.
Right.
So I absolutely love it. Excited to be here. Thank you so much once again. Yes, I am Kevonna McAnuff, and I am the CEO and founder of a Poised Professional. And I have been doing this work, helping people that look like myself and you ladies for the past going on 5 years now, which is insane, which is crazy.
Amazing. Yes, to the 5-year mark.
Thank you. It has been an amazing ride so far, and so it's always great to see my people out here in these corporate jobs thriving. I live for that. It never gets old. So thank you for having me.
Yes. Do you still have a podcast? It's still out there.
Kind of, sort of. It's still out there. I haven't removed my episodes or anything like that. I just haven't recorded any new ones. People have been asking me to bring it back. But listen, I commend you ladies because podcasting is a lot of work.
It's full-time.
It's a full-time job. And when you got 50-11 yeah, see? And when you got 50-11 jobs like me, it'd be like, woo, that's
right. Okay.
You make it sound good though, because it's the perkiness, because I know I'm over here sounding like a straight man.
I'm
like a straight little boy.
Little baby.
Yes,
a little baby.
Just a little.
So having you on the episode today was basically derived from a post you made. Came to my mind. I'm like, let me reach out to her because it's weirdly enough, most podcasters don't like to be featured on other podcasts or like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, let me reach out to her. And you were like, yes. And then when I seen the post, I'm like, yes, this is what we need to talk about. I don't think people are really talking about it. I mean, it's kind of like the news is talking about it, but I don't think Black people are talking enough about being unemployed due to the vaccine.
Yeah,
I'm not seeing the topic. I'm not seeing the conversations.
I mean, this is true. I read a piece of news. I try to at least one piece of news once a day, and nope, I haven't read that one.
Yeah, it's not.
For sure. It's a very interesting topic. I think that it is the conversation is changing, and some of the behaviors and the attitudes towards the vaccine are definitely changing than earlier. But I told the people from day one that be on the lookout. Employers are going to start mandating vaccines, and they had the right to since the top of this year, if we're being honest. They had that right. And so many people, it's so funny that you guys bring this up, because I posted about it on good old TikTok, baby, where the girls and boys on TikTok know everything. And so many people were like, no, this is a lie. They can't do that. It's not FDA approved and all of these other things. And it was like, that's cute that you think because it's not FDA approved that the government has decided, no, they can't, they can't mandate it. And so said, so done. You've had quite a few employers mandate the vaccine, and to ensure or to help incentivize more people getting the vaccine. We've seen quite a few things happen, right? Like, nope, you don't qualify for unemployment if this is the reason why you're unemployed, right?
When is that? Did they say when that was going to be in effect?
I believe it went into effect at the top of this year when the EEO made it clear that employers can do that.
So I was also looking, not to cut you off, because I was also looking in I did. Yes. My bad. Because I was thinking
but people always do that.
Because I want to say this so she can talk about this in this next next piece, right? Is that I was looking, I know Biden was talking about, mandating employers to mandate employment, like you could be terminated because of the vaccine, right?
Yes, and people are doing.
Was that mandated? Because that's why I'm asking this question.
Maybe it was a few months ago, wasn't it?
About a month. Yeah, it wasn't. About a couple of months ago. I want to say it happened. I know I read something about it in March. I read another update about it in sometime this summer, but it was for specific industries. It wasn't all employers. Like, so that's why you see a lot of like airline companies, for example, are ones that they require. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can now.
Okay, there we go. The mandate originally, though, were only certain industries, and so that's why we started to see companies like the airline companies, for example, federal. The government, healthcare, right? A lot of those types industries, we started to see it. Whereas you have some other industries that are okay to move forward with like vaccine mandate or get tested every single week or get tested every single day, whatever that looks like for them. Now it's a lot hard to do that for like private companies. So like I said, public, which is why you start with, he started with some of those other industries where they were more high touch industries for sure. But But then also B, it's not that easy from a federal standpoint to tell private employers what they have to do.
Right. Agreed.
Because they're private for a reason.
So it is. So let me ask, and well, not even ask, but like have opening this conversation. Like, can private employers do it?
Like,
they can.
Yeah.
I feel like they can. Yeah.
I mean, they are.
They absolutely can. I mean, they are.
Is it legal? So it will this because it kind of goes down to, it could be borderline discriminatory. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so the reason why at this point, right, when we talk about it potentially, okay, so first things first, yes, absolutely, private employers can decide. It's up to them if they want to mandate the vaccine or not for right now, right? We don't know if that's going to change. It could potentially, but that's where it stands. That's where it stands right now. Right. Now, in terms of, whether an employee gets vaccinated or not, it being seen and then, being terminated, it being seen as discriminatory. The reason why that is incorrect is because it's not a protected class. Vaccine nowhere, when you talk about discrimination, there's 4 things that it would have to meet. And aside from the other 3 things, the first thing would have to be that it has to be a protected class, and getting vaccinated is not a protected class, right? So there's that piece of it. But then the other part of it is, it's just like any other policy. It comes into play like any other policy, like a time and attendance policy, like a vacation policy, like a code of conduct policy. This is a part of how we operate at this organization. And if we set that as a policy and you've made the decision that you are going to violate that policy, then you are in violation. Therefore, you will be, your employment will be separated as if you violated any other policy. And I think that's one of the biggest things that's being missed from the conversation. Is like it being treated, in a sense, it's treated like any other policy. And if you as an employee cannot, if you have a reason why you cannot meet the expectations of that policy, then that's where, we talk about other things like reasonable accommodations, like, you engage in that process.
Right. And I think right now, I guess the only reasonable accommodation would be getting a COVID test every day.
Yep.
You have to show up to work every day with a new COVID test.
Or you take some type of leave.
Oh, well, yeah, you could take a leave.
It could be, you could take a leave, take a COVID test every week, or find another job.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, or you could leave.
Right.
You could absolutely do that. It is where, outside of being an HR professional, and just being, an employee myself, a human being myself, right? I have my own thoughts and I have my own opinions, but the first things first, I'm grown, I'm an adult, and I can make my own decisions, right? And that's what I encourage anybody as well. You make a choice. Every single day we make choices, and based off of what the rules are, the expectations are, the laws are, you make a choice. And if you've made that decision, to not get vaccinated at an employer that has mandated vaccines, then you deal with the consequences and you move on. That's it. We don't got to make a big deal out of it. We don't got to go on strike. We ain't it's like, we ain't got to create all this unnecessary noise, baby. Like, I'm grown, I'm an adult, I made my decision, I'm gonna go ahead and tiptoe out. It's cool.
Yeah. What? So I've seen 2 instances. It may have been TikTok and it may have been Facebook. I can't remember. What was the white nurse that they told her it was her last day because she wasn't vaccinated, or it might have been a doctor. She was a nurse or a doctor. I can't remember. But they basically walked her out. Security walked her out. It was some other nurses or doctors walking with her in solidarity, like, but they were vaccinated.
That's the funny part, though. That's the funny part. I do think that, you know, in they have valid arguments, right? Like, I have been saving lives for an entire year without this vaccine, without being vaccinated, right? I absolutely get it. I understand it. Yeah. Let me be clear about some other things. I have been paying Social Security since I was 17 years old, and this same government got the nerve to tell me it's about to run out in about 5 years.
Amen.
So if that is the case, can I create my own uproar? Absolutely. Stop taking this out my check. Right. But that's not going to change anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can't really do, you know, it's like, dang. Yeah, exactly. Because I can have an opinion and a thought, and, you know, a belief, but that doesn't necessarily mean that just because I feel that way, that's what needs to be done or has to be done.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. The police did that too. What was it? It was a police department. Was it New York Police Department where they all lined to put in their time off because they didn't want to be vaccinated?
Oh yeah, I don't remember what state, but I do remember that. That's just like Kyrie. Don't want to get vaccinated. So unfortunately, yes, it is your body, your choice. But at the end of the day, we are adults. If you want to make the decision of not getting vaccinated, then you ain't gonna have no job, unfortunately. I mean, I can't understand it. Like, listen. It's above me at this point.
It's above me.
These organizations have the right to do whatever they want to do, and so do you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And if you don't want to take it, I'm sorry. I love Kyrie, but you know.
Right. You make your decision. I do think, right. I will give credit in that if more people didn't stand up for what they believed in and what they felt like needed to be right, and what, you know, all of those things, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here today. Right. So absolutely. I think that where it gets me is just like, I cannot understand. Like I am in complete disbelief at how society have gone on about this vaccine and not about other issues. Like, I'm like, what? Okay, no. So y'all do have it in y'all. Like, wait, no. Y'all can do this. Like, so vaccinated and walk your good sis out after she got fired behind her. Like, you can do that. But when it's about racism or when it's about women's rights, I'm also very interested in like how it's not my body, my choice when it comes to something else. But so it's like, hold on now. You doing all of this over 2 shots.
Right.
All of this over 2 shots. But I'm supposed to be responsible.
I can't get an abortion
because your president doesn't agree with your choice.
Yeah, exactly. What happened to my body, my choice?
Yeah. So
I had to sit up on that.
You did. Oh, now so now you're a preacher. I need a collection plate right now because. Yeah, I mean, it's just so, because, and it's funny because, and not to like prolong this because this is a topic that could go for an hour. To me, I feel like most Black people that aren't getting the vaccine is because we look at it as a joke. We also look at it like the Tuskegee Airmen. We also look like and talked into getting so much and being the test dummies to so many things. And it's like, nah, y'all try it out first. And then in a year, we'll go get it. But y'all go test it out and let us know what happens. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of Black people looked at it like that. Like, we're just getting tired of being swindled to do things. And then they're like, oh, we'll give you an Obama phone if you go get vaccinated. Or we got a $500 stipend. And so the partners that I work with, they're like, they weren't advertising that to us. And I'm like, yeah, they was advertising it to the Black community because they needed us to go take the vaccine. So they know they put carrots in our face. And a lot of Black people are like, why they offered me a phone to take this vaccine? Like, what's the catch?
They must offer that to the lower class.
Yeah, for sure. It was in the hood, for sure.
The ones that need to be. Because they ain't give me no Obama phone. I would have got that. and that $500. I went to get the vaccination for free.
But that brings up a good point that, you know, I'm gonna try my hardest not even to get too far into this point I'm about to make, because it could that could be an hour-long conversation as well. But it goes to show you though how wishy-washy we can be when it comes to certain issues, when it comes to certain things, because it's like, regardless of, you know, what was being given, if that's a belief, stick to your belief, right? Are there certain, I'm not saying that people can't change their minds, but when it comes to certain things, we as a community, we are very quick and will fall on the sword for you know, like, I'm jumping off a cliff for this one. It's like, but halfway down they said they was gonna give me a meal. Let me go ahead and figure out how I'm gonna climb back up. Wait a minute, hold on. You was willing.
What is a Chanel bag? Oh my god.
Wait, hold on. Like, let me go ahead and pull out my parachute real quick, because they said they was gonna give me a milli. Like, whereas, you know, if it was something that's like, I'm not doing this, this is why I'm not doing this, you know, whatever, it's cool. $500 or, you know, a phone ain't enough for me to put my health at risk, if that's really why I thought, if that was really my decision and my reasoning for not wanting to take it, right? So I do. It's true. It's just very much like they say that they did that in these communities and this and the third. At the same time, it's also because they know that's all it takes.
Yeah, for sure.
Unfortunately,
it's something for something.
Yeah, it's like, well, if we know what to do. They hip to us.
Yeah, they know. They know we can get easy something. And they gonna go do it.
It's like the 40 acres and a mule. I'll take it. Or
I'm with it.
They giving out PPP loans. All I gotta do is get a COVID shot.
You give me another $1,500, I would have took it too. Give me another stimmy.
If the stimmy was attached to a vaccine, it probably wouldn't have been no issue.
And you're right. They should have gave it for that tax child credit. They should have told the folks to get it. You better get vaccinated. Y'all want these $300. They should have told them to go get vaccinated.
I totally forgot about that. Totally forgot about that child tax. No, I opted out.
You rich? That's why. That rich.
Opted out, bro. I'm gonna need that. I wish I had to balance my taxes out.
I wish I had a child. That $300.
Nah, bro, I'm gonna need that tax deduction. But moral to the story is your body your choice when it comes to the vaccine, but do understand that you do not qualify for unemployment.
Your job can't let you go.
Let go. And then what else can this vaccine do? Not get you hired on another job because they ask you for that vaccination card in order to get hired.
And you will go to jail if it's get a fake vaccination card. So don't do that either. Folks are getting caught. Please don't do that.
And they getting caught overseas. Like,
because we privileged over here. These folks want to be vaccinated.
See, you about to make me go down a whole nother, like, we privileged? Is that what we are saying?
No, not us.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about the United States of America as a whole, not us.
Okay. We live in the United States of America. I'm just trying to make sure we
do, and it's a blessing because we have to be over here. Okay, we do not have to be over here. Remember that. We take your ass over there to Ghana.
My people ain't from there.
I don't know what mine is because the government got your ancestry.
Right.
They got your blood and everything. That's why you can go get vaccinated.
Yeah, I'm like, let me go and get it.
Right. They already got your blood.
No, because I only got my vaccine, and I don't even know if I'm going to get the second one. I didn't even need it. I didn't need it. But the only reason I got vaccinated was because I got tired of being stopped at the opportunities that I wanted. Like, if I wanted to pull up on folks, they was like, oh, you can't come to the building unless you're vaccinated. And I'm like...
And we don't want carrying the COVID-19. All right, man.
Wrap it up. Go down. You can go down a whole nother pipe. But Kevonna, I just want to thank you so much for taking your time out to educate us and to talk with us about this unemployed and unvaccinated.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. This was fun. Definitely. All the things that I love to talk about, run my mouth about all day. So I really appreciate it. It was an absolute pleasure. Speaking and laughing with you guys.
Give the people your IG, all your social media platforms.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at a Poised Professional, and connect with me on LinkedIn, Kevonna McAnuff. I do accept connections and requests. So yes, feel free to absolutely connect and be a part of the Get Hired tribe.
Yes, Get Hired tribe.